We know you are a CA. Any specific reason to transition into investment banking?
Consulting was making me a jack of all trades, master of none.
Why do you, as an analyst, you will prefer the EV EBITDA as a multiple versus the PE ratio?
You technically and practically do not have any experience in financial modeling.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree.
So how would you handle a company with a negative free cash flow in the DCF model?
Yeah, sure. So initially,
Any financial model that you have prepared?
after my
Please have a seat. This is your resume. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, thank you. You are a CA?
So I'm a qualified chartered accountant. As a part of the CA course, I have pursued my articleship with Grant Thornton. That's how I started off my journey. And post that, I pursued my MBA with SPJ School of Global Management. And out of that, I got placed into Cedar Management Consulting. That's a boutique consulting firm which has a lot of BFSI sector focus with a lot of clients in the Middle East. So over there, I worked on typical strategy and implementation projects. And over the course, I understood that working with numbers is what I take a lot of joy in, and I didn't want to just be in a strategy where I'm not able to quantify my the value that I'm adding to the client. That's the reason I wanted to come back to finance and work with numbers, and that's the reason I've taken this course to upskill myself in IB, and that's exactly where I am right now.
Okay.
Great.
And what was your last experience? Krishna's garment showroom?
After my stint with Cedar, Krishna's garment showroom is my family business.
Okay.
So we have a garment retail store in Hyderabad itself.
Okay.
And there's a lot of operations currently that are manual. For example, payroll, inventory management.
Okay.
So what I've decided is some of my learnings from Cedar, why not I put into my own business?
Right.
So a couple of 3 to 4 months, I've worked in my business where I was automating inventory operations.
So since December 2024, it's
24,
going to be almost like 11 months now, 10 months.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I probably did that. Yeah, it should be till March, and then post that I've taken up this Quintedge course exploration.
Okay. So are you able to implement any learning from the Cedar to your like showroom?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, my last project was with Emirates Group. I helped them find the best vendor for ERP software.
Okay.
So all my learnings in terms of market research, identifying the best vendor, what is the best framework to apply, how to match the requirements and the software. So similar learnings I've applied, but it was to a small and medium sector. It's not as huge as Emirates. My business is small and medium sector.
Okay.
I was able to implement, but to small scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your experience during your internship?
It was into stat audit completely.
Okay.
Had performed a couple of listed client audits and then a couple of private companies. Predominantly, it was in the IT field that I had performed purely statutory audits.
Can you please name a few?
These were all Wishworks is one, Blue Jay Solutions is one, and Heritage Foods. These were all like based in Hyderabad itself.
Okay.
Heritage Foods is one, and Aurobindo Pharma was the listed
company.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have completed with your financial
Yes,
model.
yes, that's right. I've finished DCF, relative valuation. Mojo model, I'm pursuing. I'm completing Microsoft acquiring
Okay.
LinkedIn. That one is currently WN.
Okay. Yeah.
So you technically and practically do not have any experience in financial modeling.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree that I don't have direct valuation experience, but one thing is a given that my background itself is strong in finance, coming from a CA background.
Okay.
We do have a subject called strategic financial management, so that builds up the core. And this course that I've taken at Quintedge is specifically to upskill myself to be able to be industry ready. And over here, I've pretty much done from the scratch. I've built models, nearly up to 6 models.
Okay.
So that should be able to get me started and get me moving, is what I believe. And not just that, being in the consulting space, I was also like always client ready, client facing. All the projects were client facing. And I believe that would be a very good add on to the investment banking sector also. So that would put me in the right place, is what I believe.
Okay.
Around the models?
Yeah. So, like, walk me through any financial model that you have prepared from start to finish, just like the step that you have taken and
Okay.
the name of the company
Okay.
and what's your conclusion.
Okay. Can I take Colgate Palmolive for this case?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the most recent
Whatever
model.
the projects you're comfortable with.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So this I have valued Colgate Palmolive, US based company, using DCF method. So I have started off with the company's 10K report, which was 31st December 2024. I started off taking that.
Okay.
I tried to understand like the major operating segments, what was the geographies it was operating in.
Yeah.
And I had started forecasting my growth of each of the sectors from there. The assumptions that I had taken were again GDP, and I've used management discussion analysis to arrive at what could be the growth rates for each of the segments.
Okay.
So started off with that. I projected the revenue figures,
Okay.
and from there I started off projecting my statement of P&L.
Okay.
So line by line, after revenue, I had taken every cost item as a percentage of either revenue or as a percentage of cost,
Okay.
and accordingly, I've arrived at my free cash flows to the firm.
Okay.
So the approach that I took was I first found out the FCFF for the first 5 years,
Okay.
then arrived at the terminal value,
Okay.
and I've discounted all these cash flows to day zero.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I had done the adjustments to arrive at basically the intrinsic value of the firm.
So, is there any conclusion that you are able to draw from the
Yeah.
valuation?
So the intrinsic value of the share that I arrived at was at around 99.
Okay.
But currently, I observed that the share is priced at $80, if I remember correctly. So that tells me that the share is currently undervalued,
Okay.
and there is a huge, potential for it to go up.
Okay.
So it's a good buy recommendation at the moment, is what I understood.
That's quite good. And like, if in case the risk-free rate increases, like while deriving the cost of capital, so
Yeah.
what happens to the equity valuation?
Okay, so if the risk-free rate increases, that means the cost of equity increases. Cost of equity is a part of WACC. So if the discounting rate increases, that means the value of the company goes down.
Yeah, that's good. And in case like when modeling a synergy, so like during the merger, so how would you differentiate between the operational and the financial synergy? If you need to value a company and both companies are getting merged, so like how you are going to carry out the valuation further, and how you are going to compute the synergies value. Like if the just say HUN and PNG both are getting merged and both are in the same domain, and they're going to help with the network or anything. So how you are able to like with the operational synergy or the financial synergy. So what you can do as a valuer of the
So typically, I would try to understand what are the components first. So financial would be from the from the lens of debt and interest expenses, and operation would be in terms of the typical input costs that go into a company. So if HUL and PNG is merging, then obviously there's going to be cost synergies in terms of economies of scale is going to be there. The output is going to increase, and they could obviously be able to merge like common shared functions like IT, finance, and there would be synergies from such merging as well. That would be operating synergies, and
Okay.
financial would depend, I believe, on the capital structure.
Right.
So if let's say one company is heavy on debt and the other company is, let's say, debt free, then when we merge, I believe the average is going to come down, and that's how we are going to arrive at financial synergies. What I believe.
Yeah. And like why do you as an analyst you will prefer the EV or EBITDA as a multiple versus the PE ratio?
Okay. EV by EBITDA would give me a clear picture while calculating. So basically, in EV by EBITDA, I would use the enterprise value, which would give me a full picture of the company's capital structure.
Okay.
And EBITDA would give me returns from all the capital that has been invested. So that would give me like a whole picture, and versus price by earnings. And price by earnings can be manipulated heavily because of macroeconomic factors and factors very specific to the company. And it might not necessarily reflect the true value of the company. So that's why EV by EBITDA might be a little less fluctuated compared to P by.
Yeah, and it is neutral to the capital structure of the company.
Yeah, correct. Yes, sir.
You can also.
Yeah. Okay, so I can see that you have achievements enlisted down here.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through your Dean's Academic Excellence? What?
Yeah, sure. This was in SPJ. Typically, every semester, top 5% of the cohort, based on the CGPA, they are awarded Dean's Academic Excellence.
Okay.
And out of, so mine was 11-month MBA. And we had 3 semesters. Out of 3 semesters, I was listed in Dean's list for 2 of the semesters out of 3.
That's great.
Thank you. And followed by that, a couple of awards during my previous stint at Grant Thornton.
Yeah.
That was for going above and beyond the work. We get a lot of spot awards depending upon the engagement.
Okay.
So a couple of them were those spot awards, and one of the clients I had received appreciation specifically, so we got like a celebrating you kind of a card. So
Great.
Okay.
Perfect.
And just in case, like with the DCF valuation, so how would you handle a company with a negative free cash flow in the DCF model? Okay. And what modification you can make like for the future profitability in your projection?
typically, if the cash flow is negative, free cash flow is negative, I would look at EV by sales instead of arriving at FCFF. Because if it is representing a huge growth potential, ideally sales would be the right metric to take. Other than that, the other option is also to arrive at certain operating metrics instead of directly these multiples. It depends upon the industry again. If it's a hospital, the metric could be number of beds. If it's
So you are able to arrive at the terminal value for that.
Terminal value.
In case like we are not able to see the profitability in the near future, so what mode you can use to value the terminal value?
We could use the exit multiple. One is obviously the Gordon's discounting model. The other model is exit multiple model, where we apply the same concept of EV by EBITDA or whichever multiple we choose to do at the 5th year or the year where we want to calculate the terminal value, and then we can discount it to present value.
Okay. I'm done.
So, all of this while you have been into accounting, and as we know, you are a CA. Any specific reason to transition into investment banking?
Yeah, sure. So initially, as a CA, I worked in audit. I found it a bit monotonous, so I wanted to pivot into consulting.
Okay.
During my stint at consulting, I understood, no, I'm not able to quantify the value that I'm adding to the client.
Right.
Working with numbers is what drives me. It gives me that joy. That's the reason I moved back to finance and want to like take this further.
Okay.
Another thing is also consulting was making me a jack of all trades, master of none.
Okay.
And investment banking, that's not going to be the case. I'm going to become skillful at one thing, that's for sure. So that was another reason.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So we are done with the interview. It was really good.
Yeah.
It went really, really well. And so congratulations on that. Yeah.
Definitely with the like technical skill, you are 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
That's really great. And like we have done so many interviews as of now.
Yeah.
You are the only one who is able to clear all the concept.
Awesome, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So intro was on point. We cannot pinpoint on anything that's wrong. The resume is really good.
Yeah.
Right?
That is one I'm talking about.
Yeah. So you are actually a brilliant candidate. Yeah, so to say. Just one thing that was distracting me a lot was your swinging.
Okay.
You were swinging a lot. I
Yeah.
could not hold
Yeah.
my thoughts to your answer because I was distracted with your swinging because that was a lot. Other than that, your posture, you are calm and composed. The pauses that you take are on point, accurate, totally. Just make sure, like, if there's something like that, you have a presence of mind and you are able to pinpoint that yourself so that it does not make the interviewer distracted.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
That is the only thing that.
And about the like previous work X,
Yes.
you have mentioned till present about the last like for the Krishna government.
Yes, sir.
So I think you are not working as of now. You took a break
Yeah,
or something like that.
I stopped working. I stopped working after March.
So like you have
25.
qualified your with the MBA in 2023.
Yes, sir.
So post that you worked for
Cedar,
and after that,
directly into my family business.
okay. So like it's been you are working until March
Until March, yeah.
2025.
Yeah. So it's
And post March.
post March, I've stopped. I'm not working currently. I've taken the course and then I've been with it. I've not been working.
Okay. So since last 4 to 5 months, you are basically
I did, yeah.
okay.
But
And
she
is there-
mentioned that
Yeah.
she's still working.
So like whatever the projects, like if you are taking up this course, so जो आपका gap है, like if you will show, so आप उसको इसमें दिखा दो that you are pursuing this course.
Yes.
Understood. Okay.
Okay.
And
Rather than showing it as a gap, you are being idle. Just say I'm being pursuing this course and highlight the time frame also.
Okay.
right.
So your CV will be complete.
Got it.
So there will be no gap until here, pursuing this
Okay.
course, and you are very
This
much.
will be until March, and that will be
March onwards.
or whatever I can adjust it.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to mention all those 6 models within your resume. That should be your highlight.
Okay, got it.
So you are been through with all the models, or like you have mentioned for the 2 models. So like
Then I've been through all of them. Last one is pending, so I've said it. I'm still working on it. Merger model. It's Microsoft acquiring LinkedIn. That's what That's still work in progress. Other than that, I finished everything else.
Okay. So
Okay.
just like you need to mention it for your own good. Right?
Got it. Just one question.
Please.
Should I pull up this projects and certification above my work experience, or is this okay?
if you can mention like now currently you are looking for this role specifically, so this will be your highlight. Okay. Like, depending upon the role, if you're going again in the consulting role, so highlight this part. If you're going for the IB, move it forward.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So like what we have discussed in the class, like whatever the job we are applying, we are going to mold our CV according to that.
Yeah.
And overall, you are doing good.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
professionally, technically, you are very much strong.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you. Now.
Good evening. Thank you.